Afternoon, everyone. It's a few minutes before 6, and this is your closing comment. It's video number 332. And I remind you, if you enjoy the work, please subscribe. Okay, I'm going to skip uh, around tonight because there's some pretty major news coming out of Twitter for the last hour or so. Evidently, there is a massive hack of some very high profile Twitter accounts, and those would include President Obama, Biden, uh, Elon Musk, Bill Gates. All of these accounts have been co opted, and there is some sort of a um, crypto scam. Similar to the one yesterday that I saw, which was send 1/10 of a Bitcoin to us and we'll immediately send you 2/10 back. So I'm sure that you know where that goes. Twitter has been contacted. They've made a statement that they're aware of it and that they're taking steps to fix it. But in the meantime, the stock, which closed at 35.67, up $1.29 or 3.75%, is currently trading around $34, which is down $2.50, a little more than $2.50 from that. From the high today, and is trading down about $1.30 or so right now, which is down 4%. Uh, there's a lot of talk about it and who might benefit from it over the long term. Most of the commentators are saying they don't believe that this will be a long term problem for them. But in this kind of market, I guess, you start to look for the people who may be part of the cure, and those would be companies like FireEye and Palo Alto Networks and LifeLock. In any event, just wanted to give you that information ahead of time. So today we closed well off the highs. Pre-open, if you recall, we were up about 500. During the day, the highest that we got was about 428, and we closed up 227.51, 0.85%. The NASDAQ was up 61 or 0.59. The S&P was up a little over 29, which was 0.91. And the two winners were the Russell 2000 up 50.01 or 3.5%. And unbelievable as it may seem, the transports up 424.96 or 4.56%. The issue with the transports, which I actually don't believe will last very long, were the bits of news this morning from Moderna and last night from Pfizer and BNTX about their COVID vaccines. Excuse me. So the airlines and the cruise lines were up dramatically today. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can imagine if the transports were up 4.5%, we have plenty of 10 and 15% moves in some of the airlines. Excuse me. And the cruise lines to a greater extent. However, Carnival raised another 1.2 billion today with an interest rate of just over 10%. And American Airlines sent out 25,000 warnings about layoffs coming, and they expect that they will lay off 27% of their entire uh, personnel. The oil was up after trading down a little last night and then up. It closed 41.20, up 91 cents. The gold and silver were both up. The gold only up literally pennies, up 40 cents, but it did hold above the 1800 level, and it closed 1813.80. The silver closed 1976, up about 23 cents. Bitcoin was down a little, and this chart, which I continue to show you as the main issue here, is the US dollar. As you can see, it got well below 96, had a little bit of a snapback rally, but still closed down 16 one hundredths of a dollar. So 16 cents down on this, which is not an overwhelming decline, but as you can see, we're getting into a pretty big area. This low is 95.70, and this one is substantially lower at 94.60. It continues to be weak. The market internals were pretty strong today. The NYSE was 5-1 up. NASDAQ was 4-1 up, but the issue here is the tremendous lag in the FANG stocks. In fact, on in today's market, Amazon closed down $71. Apple was barely up, and we had pretty good economic numbers. We had the July Beige Book, which was better. We had industrial production, which was up 5.4% versus 4.6% expected. And all in all, it was a pretty good day. We did have mortgage applications up 5.1%, even though there are 4.6 million homeowners who want forbearance on their mortgages. We have a bunch of information coming tomorrow. We have initial and continuing claims, as we do every Thursday. We have retail sales for June. We have the Philly Fed index for July. We have the NAHB housing index, and we also have business inventory. So it should be pretty busy in the morning. We also have, I was incorrect, we also have Netflix tomorrow. I thought it was tonight after the close. So, as I said, we got some good news from Moderna this morning, which is what started the airlines and cruise lines higher. The stock did trade, though, just under 92 in the pre-market, and then never traded back up there. After the regular open, it traded only 88.37 and still had a very decent day, closing in the low 80s. We had UNH closing 304.07, which was down 445 on their mixed results, down 1.4%. But as far as I was concerned, the biggest surprise was the action in Goldman Sachs. The stock traded over 225, had a blockbuster number from proprietary trading. It is one of the best trading houses. I mentioned it this morning, that it was substantially higher. So it traded as high as 225, which was up about 11, and then started to sell off. In fact, we bought some XLF, which is the financial ETF. We bought some puts today, and Goldman sold all the way back from 225 to close 216.90, which was up 289, but much closer to the low than the high. And a couple of big movers. There's an Australian biotech called Genetic Technology. The symbol is GENE. It has traded in a range recently of $2.26 to today's high of $10.30, closing the day at 567, up 341 or 151%. And in fact, I'm seeing it on the tape here. It's trading about 605, so that's up another 40 cents or about another 1.5%. And Bloom Energy, the symbol is BE, had a really decent day. Not up 150%, but Bloom Energy is in the hydrogen fuel cell business, and in the past 10 days has gone from about 7 to 18. Closed today 1765, up 456 or 38%. So we have a lot of information coming in the morning. I will be here to let you know what it is in my pre-opening comment. Please be sure to sign up to subscribe to the channel. Have a good evening, everyone.